This is the video you've been waiting for, the one that understands you, the one that sees what you've been going through, the one that speaks your thoughts before you even say them. 'Cause let's be honest, you've tried. You've watched hundreds of videos, read books, downloaded grammar apps, maybe even joined some online classes, and still when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank. You feel stupid, you feel like everyone else is moving forward, and you're stuck in the same place, wondering if you're just not smart enough. But listen to me, you're not the problem. The way you've been learning is. You don't need more random lessons. You need a real strategy, a mindset shift, and a reason to never quit. You need to stop learning English like a subject and start living it like a language. And if no one ever told you this before, investing in learning English is the smartest decision you'll ever make, because English is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about freedom, it's about confidence, it's about being able to speak your mind, chase your dreams, and walk into any room with your head high. So, if you've been feeling tired, confused, or hopeless about your English, stay right here because this video might change the way you see everything. In this video, I'm going to share 15 powerful and deeply practical lessons that every English learner needs to know. These are not random tips. They're carefully chosen ideas that will help you understand how to learn, how to stay motivated, how to practice, and how to actually become fluent. Whether you're a beginner or someone who has been learning for years, these 15 lessons will open your eyes and give you a new way to approach English. Smarter, simpler, and stronger. Let's go deep, let's go real, let's go step by step. This is the beginning of your fluency. 1. Consume everything in English. Change your input, change your life. Let me ask you something. What language are you feeding your brain every day? Because what you consume becomes your reality. If you're learning English for 1 hour a day but spending the other 23 hours in your native language, guess what? Your brain stays in your native world. So, here's the truth. If you want to think in English, if you want to speak without translating, you have to surround yourself with English like your life depends on it. Watch your favorite shows in English, change your phone's language to English, read subtitles in English, talk to yourself in English, even think in English when you're brushing your teeth. This is called immersion, and it's how children learn their first language. They don't memorize grammar rules. They just live in the language. Let me give you an example. There's a guy named Rafael from Spain. He was terrible at English, couldn't hold a conversation. One day he decided, no more Spanish. He changed his environment completely. He watched Netflix in English, followed English creators, wrote a journal in English every night. 6 months later, he gave a full presentation at work in English. No script, no fear. Why? Because his brain started treating English as his reality, not just a subject. The more English you hear, see, read, and feel every single day, the faster fluency becomes natural. And no, it doesn't have to be boring. Watch comedy clips, watch cooking videos, listen to emotional speeches, read lyrics, read tweets. If it's in English, it's fuel for your fluency. 2. Make the learning fun. There are thousands of ways. Find yours. Here's another truth. If you're bored, you're doing it wrong. Learning English should not feel like school detention. It should feel like play, like discovery, like something you look forward to. You don't have to follow one method. You have to find your method. Some people love watching movies and mimicking actors. Some love writing poetry in English, some use flashcards, some talk to their dogs, some write fake love letters, some make videos. There is no right way. There is only your way. Imagine trying to learn a language like you're forcing yourself to swallow a bitter pill every single day. Would you enjoy it? Would you stay consistent? Course not. That's the mistake most learners make. They choose the hardest, driest, most boring method and then blame themselves when they give up. But what if learning English didn't feel like learning at all? What if you could wake up excited to listen, watch, speak, and read in English without feeling like you're studying? That's possible because English isn't just a language. It's music, it's fashion, it's video games, it's books, it's podcasts, it's movie quotes, memes, Instagram reels, food recipes, football interviews, travel vlogs, makeup tutorials, stand-up comedy. It's literally everywhere. And when you choose what you love, English becomes your friend, not your fear. You love music. Listen to your favorite songs in English. Read the lyrics. Sing them out loud and feel the words. You love movies. Watch your favorite genre in English. Start with subtitles, then remove them. You love fashion. Watch haul videos in English. Learn words like sleeves, denim, crop top, aesthetic. You love football. Follow interviews, commentaries, and players who speak in English. You love cooking. Follow recipes, listen to cooking tips, write down ingredients in English. Whatever makes your heart beat faster, use it because when learning is fun, your brain doesn't resist it, you don't get bored, you don't need to force yourself, you actually look forward to it. And here's the best part. When you fall in love with the process, you stop chasing results, and when you stop chasing results, results come to you. So, stop asking what's the best way to learn English. Start asking what's the best way for me to learn English. That's how you win. So don't wait for some perfect method. Choose what excites you, then turn that into your classroom. 3. Speak with natives plus ask for feedback. Don't hide from the fire. Walk into it. Now let's get real. You will never become fluent in English if you don't open your mouth. Watching videos is great, reading is important, but real growth happens when you start speaking, especially with native speakers. Yes, it's scary, yes, you'll make mistakes, yes, you'll feel embarrassed. But let me ask you, do you want to sound perfect or do you want to be free? Native speakers are not looking for perfection. They're looking for connection. There's a boy in Thailand named Max. He joined an online language exchange. His first call with a native speaker was a disaster. He froze, forgot words, but he kept going. Every week he'd talk to someone new and ask for feedback. What sounded natural, what didn't. After 5 months, his confidence exploded. Why? Because he stopped hiding. He started treating every mistake like a teacher. Speaking with a native helps you understand the rhythm, the pronunciation, the real-life words people use, not textbook stuff. And feedback. Feedback is your mirror. Without it, you're guessing. With it, you're growing. So, find a language exchange partner, join an English-speaking Discord, comment on videos and start a conversation. Talk to tourists in your city. And when they correct you, say thank you because every correction is a gift. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be brave. For discipline, you have to practice every day, even when you don't feel like it. Let me be brutally honest with you. Motivation will not take you far. Discipline will. Motivation is a feeling, it comes and goes. But discipline, that's a decision, a promise you make to yourself. There will be days when you feel lazy, days when your brain says, skip it, just one day. And those days are the most important because what you do when you don't feel like it is what separates the fluent from the frustrated. Imagine a guitar that's never played. It collects dust, its strings are tight, cold, stiff. Now imagine another guitar used every day. Smooth, it responds, it sings. Your mouth is your instrument, your English is your music. If you don't play it daily, it won't play for you when you need it. Even 20 minutes a day is powerful, but it must be every day. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't say, "I brushed yesterday, so I'll skip today." No, you do it because it's part of your life. Discipline builds habits, and habits create fluency. So make this promise to yourself. No matter how tired, how busy, how distracted I am, I will show up for my English. Even if it's just reading a short paragraph, even if it's just watching 5 minutes of a podcast, even if it's just writing one sentence, because fluency doesn't come from big effort once. It comes from small effort repeated endlessly. 5. Create a system. Do you have a system, or are you just trying? Trying is vague. A system is clear. When will you study? Where will you practice? What will you focus on today? If you don't have answers to these, you don't have a system. Let's make this real. Imagine you want to grow a garden. You have the seeds, you have good soil, but if you water the plants whenever you feel like it, what happens? They die. But if you water them every morning at 7 a.m., give them sunlight, check their health every Sunday, what happens? They grow. Your English is a garden, and your system is the water, light, and care it needs. So, here's a small but powerful start. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than usual, not to scroll Instagram, not to reply to emails, but to feed your fluency. In those 30 minutes, you can read something interesting in English, write a mini journal, shadow a video and copy the speaker, record yourself talking about your day, review 5 new words and use them in a sentence. And then do this daily. Same time, same place, same effort. And here's something most people miss. Track your growth. Have a notebook, write the date, write what you learned, even write your mistakes. That becomes your system, and that system becomes your success. Don't rely on willpower. Build a structure, because when your day is chaotic, your system will save you. 6. Don't compare yourself with other learners. This is your journey. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone speaking fluently and thought, "I'll never be that good. I'm so far behind. What's wrong with me?" If yes, then listen closely. Comparison is the killer of joy. You're not here to be better than someone else. You're here to be better than your yesterday self. Look, every learner has a different story. Some have English-speaking parents, some studied in international schools, some live in the US or UK. Some started when they were 8. You started when you could, and that's enough. Imagine you and 5 people are hiking a mountain. Some are fast, some slow, some rest, some run. But guess what? The view is the same at the top for everyone. So, stop looking at their speed. Focus on your steps, because when you compare, you either feel small or superior. Both are distractions. Instead, look at your own progress. Can you say something today that you couldn't say last month? Can you understand a podcast now that once felt impossible? Did you write your first paragraph in English? That's growth, and growth is personal. Celebrate your wins, learn from your mistakes, stay in your lane. You're not late, you're not behind, you're right where you need to be. Learning, growing, evolving. And one day, someone will look at you and say, "Wow, I wish I could speak like that." 7. Listen before speaking. Input builds output. Here's a mistake many learners make. They want to speak English fluently, but they don't spend enough time listening. Speaking is not magic. Speaking is a reflection of what you've heard over time. Babies don't speak for the first year or more. They don't read grammar books, they don't repeat vocabulary lists. They just listen every single day to the tone, to the rhythm, to the way questions rise and answers fall. They listen, and their brain starts to map the language. Then one day they speak, and it sounds natural. You have to do the same. Listen like your life depends on it, but not just any listening, conscious listening. When you watch a video, don't just hear it, notice it. How do they start their sentences? What words do they stress? Where do they pause? How do they say no politely? What phrases do they repeat? You're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning the music of the language. Here's a powerful trick. Shadow the audio. Play one sentence, pause, repeat it exactly like the speaker, tone, speed, emotion. Do this daily, and soon your brain will absorb not just the words but the flow also. Listen to real people, not just textbook recordings. Listen to interviews, podcasts, street conversations, vlogs, because real English lives in real voices. Speaking comes from listening. So if your words feel stuck, maybe your ears are hungry. Feed your ears, then let your mouth follow. 8. Don't operate English. Let it flow naturally. Let's start with a simple truth. You don't operate English, you feel it, you live it, you flow with it. But many learners treat English like a robot. Translate word by word, build sentences like a math problem. Stop, think, fix, translate again. This is what I call operating English. You're not speaking, you're assembling, and that's exhausting. You feel slow, you feel nervous, you feel like something's wrong. So let's change that. Think of a dancer. A real dancer doesn't count every move. They feel the beat, the rhythm, the energy. They don't say, left foot, right foot, turn, pause. They just dance. English is like that. It's not about building a sentence from your native language and pushing it into English. It's about learning how English feels, sounds, lives. Let me give you a fresh and easy practice. Start with chunks, not individual words. Don't memorize, go to the market. Instead, learn it as a feeling. I'm going to the market. Say it 10 times, feel a rhythm, don't translate it, just accept it like a song. Now add emotion. I'm going to the market, happy. I'm going to the market, annoyed. I'm going to the market, bored. This is how you stop operating English and start owning it, because real fluency doesn't happen in your brain. It happens in your mouth, in your ears, in your gut. So, forget about getting every word right, start focusing on getting the feeling right. The more you practice like this, the faster your English becomes natural, not perfect, but flowing, and flowing English feels amazing. 9. Find a book you love. Fall into the story, not the vocabulary. Reading is not a study tool. Reading is a door that takes you inside a world where English lives, breathes, and speaks to you. But here's the mistake people make. They pick boring books, textbooks, grammar books, articles they don't care about. Then they wonder why they hate reading. Let me tell you something powerful. If you don't love what you're reading, you'll never keep reading. Imagine a book is like a movie in your mind. Now ask yourself, would you sit through a 2-hour movie about grammar rules and verb tenses? No, you turn it off in 10 minutes. But what if the book is about a girl falling in love in Paris? A murder mystery in a small town, a fantasy world with dragons and secrets, a family drama that makes you cry. That's not reading. That's living in English. For example, I once knew a guy who hated English, but he loved food. He started reading a cooking novel, The School of Essential Ingredients. The book didn't teach English. It told stories about life, food, and people. So many learners say, I want to be fluent. But what does that mean? Do you want to speak in interviews, talk to tourists, watch Netflix without subtitles, write emails at work? Fluency without clarity is like driving without a destination. So let's break it into 2 groups. If you're a beginner, don't say, I want to be fluent. Say, I want to introduce myself without fear. I want to talk about my daily routine for 2 minutes. I want to understand 5 minutes of a video without subtitles. Set goals that are simple, short-term, easy to measure, then track them. Week 1. Learn 10 food-related phrases. Week 2. Practice introducing yourself 5 times. Week 3. Watch 1 cartoon episode and write what you understood. Every small win builds confidence. If you're intermediate or advanced, your goals need to be more specific and skill-focused. Not improved speaking, but record 3 one-minute voice notes this week. Join 2 online conversations this month. Finish 1 novel this month and talk about it in English. Also work on style and confidence. Practice storytelling, learn how to use idioms naturally, improve your voice and tone. And most importantly, set a deadline. A goal without a date is a dream. So don't just say, I want to be better. Say, in 3 months, I'll be able to give a 5-minute speech about my job in English. Then break it down, make a plan, take action, because goals give you focus, and focus turns into progress. Train your mouth. Your brain understands English, but your mouth needs practice. Understanding English is different from speaking English. Many learners say, I understand movies, I can read English, I understand YouTube videos. But when they try to speak, nothing comes out. They pause, they forget words, they feel nervous. Why does this happen? Because speaking is like using a new muscle. You understand English in your mind, but your mouth needs training. It's like this. Imagine you watch cooking shows all day. You learn the recipes, you know the steps, but when you actually try to cook, you burn the food. Why? Because watching isn't doing. Speaking needs action, practice, mouth movement, sound. So, how can you train your mouth? Step 1. Shadowing. Listen to a short English video, maybe a movie or a speech. Pause after each sentence. Now repeat that sentence out loud. Try to copy the speaker's voice, speed, and emotion. Do it many times, not once, not twice, maybe 10 or 20 times. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to train your tongue to move with English. Step 2. Fast practice sentences. Pick short, tricky sentences. Say them slowly first, then a little faster each time. For example, would you do what you said you would do? I didn't mean to do it, but I did it anyway. Record yourself, listen back, smile at your progress. Step 3. Talk to yourself. Yes, this really works. Speak to yourself in English throughout the day. I am brushing my hair. I am making lunch. Now where is my bag? Oh, it's here. This connects your brain and mouth. After a while, your mouth will feel more natural, and your confidence will grow. If you train your mouth, speaking English becomes easy, not perfect, but real, natural, and confident. 13. Learn culture, not just language. Feel the real meaning. Learning English is not only about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about culture, the way people think, feel, and talk. You can say a sentence perfectly but still sound strange or rude if you don't understand the culture behind the words. Let me give you a few examples. In English, someone might say, "Let's catch up sometime." That doesn't always mean they want to meet you. Sometimes it's just a polite way to say goodbye. In many countries, people speak very politely and softly, but in English-speaking places, people are often direct. They say exactly what they think. For example, "I don't agree with that idea." This is not rude. It's normal and honest. So, how can you learn culture? 1. Watch real conversations, not just movies or lessons. Watch interviews, podcasts, or behind-the-scenes videos. Look at how people laugh, joke, argue, say sorry, say thank you. To read comments. Check YouTube comments, Reddit, or product reviews. You'll see real jokes, real emotions, real English. It's raw, but it's real. 3. Observe without judgment. Some things may be different from your culture. That's okay. You don't need to copy everything. Just understand it. Because when you understand culture, you speak better. Language is not just words. It's feeling, it's attitude, it's connection. If you learn culture, you learn the soul of English. 14. Build your English identity. Become a confident new you. This is something very few people talk about, but it's powerful. You have your own personality in your native language, right? You feel funny, confident, relaxed. But in English, maybe you feel quiet or shy or unsure. That's normal. Why? Because you haven't built your English identity yet. Fluent speakers don't just know words. They know who they are in English. So, here's an idea. Create your English personality. Imagine this version of you. What is their name or nickname? Are they confident? Do they make jokes? Try this next time you speak English. Don't just speak as you. Speak as your English version. Maybe your English self is called Emma or Jay. Maybe that person says, "It's okay if I make mistakes. I speak with courage." Your identity gives you power, and that power builds fluency. Don't wait to become fluent before you feel confident. Become confident first, and fluency will follow. 15. Be patient. English takes time, but it will change your life. Be patient. English takes time. Today, everyone wants fast results. Fast food, fast internet, fast learning. But language is not fast. Some people say, "Can I speak English in 30 days?" The honest answer is no. But can you speak English beautifully in 1 year if you work every day? Yes, a big yes. Fluency is not like lightning. It's like planting a tree. At first, you water it every day, but you don't see anything. You might think nothing is happening, but deep down the roots are growing. Then one day, boom, a little plant comes out. It grows, it gives fruit, it gives shade. People say, "Wow, so fast." But only you know the truth. It took time, love, patience. So be patient with your accent, mistakes, fear, slow days. And now, if you're still watching this, I want to tell you something from my heart. You are doing amazing. Yes, you. The fact that you're here, learning, listening, staying until the end, it says one thing. You are serious about changing your life. And I know English can be hard. Some days feel slow, some days you feel stuck, some days you wonder, will I ever become fluent? But let me tell you, you already started, and that's the most powerful step. Every word you learn, every sentence you try to say, every video like this that you complete, you are growing. Even if it feels slow, you are not the same person you were yesterday. You're becoming stronger, smarter, and more confident. And one day you'll look back and smile. You'll say, "Yes, I did it. I didn't give up." So promise me something today. Don't stop, don't quit, don't ever say it's too late. You are learning a language that can open doors, build friendships, change your career, and connect you to the whole world. And that's not a small thing. That's powerful. And if you want more English learning like this, and if you want English content that's fun, easy to understand, and helps you improve every day, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're not just here to teach. We're here to grow with you, to make English learning beautiful, powerful, and personal. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this journey. And remember, You can, you will, and we are here with you.